definitely another tutorial. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashy. That's not my name. I'm just Ashy right now. I'm going to put on a little bit of my Clinique moisturizer. This is the Dramatically Different Hydrating Jelly. And that's what it looks like. It's all clear and whatnot. I already put on their, what is that stuff called? It's like a custom repair serum or something. I got a sample of it. I decided I'm going to use pink today for this look. It's a look that I did on, and I posted on Instagram, but I did it on one eye, and I got some people saying, you know, did you film this? And I was like, girl, you know I filmed by request, girl. So I said I'm going for pink because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, if I'm not mistaken. And I know people who are survivors, so I want to use a really nice pink. I'm going to begin with A5 from the NORVINA Volume 1 collection. Basically what I did was I tapped this on right over here. Very vibrant, y'all. And this is a pigment, and I'm going to stop right there. Yeah, just about right there. And then I'm going to tap this in down here. And you want to move fairly quickly with this because loose pigments have a tendency, or pigments in general, pressed pigments, loose pigments, they have a tendency to set and not move. So I'm going to blend this all the way up, and I'm using the tapping motions to soften the line. That way when I start to blend it, it just comes together super seamlessly. Now I'm going to wipe off my brush a bit because I don't need that much product anymore. And I'm just going to continue doing the same tapping motion. I'm tapping upwards to break up that color. Same thing out here. Then I'm going to take my M452 brush. This is from Morphe. And I am just going to blend that out. And if you do use this palette or color similar to it, just understand that it is going to take a second to blend it out, especially since they are pressed pigments, and I pretty much just packed it on my eye, you know. So I'm going to take some micellar water. This is from Simple. I just put it in glass because I like to recycle the packaging. I'm going to come from the outside inwards with this Q-tip, right? So I'm going to start right here. Just like that, right? And it makes the perfect line. I don't really need anything else, honestly. So now I'm going to take the same Q-tip with the micellar water on the side. Like that. And I'm doing an upward motion, so I get that wing. Now, if you're messy like me, you might have to grab another Q-tip just to get that precision you want. But I'll do that, and then I'll also come over here on the side. And you definitely don't want to be rough with your eye, but cotton is not the gentlest fabric, so. But you kind of just want to make sure that they match, right? And don't worry about the messiness of the pink and all that, because that's going to get cleaned up too. Booyah! That's where my crazy little shape came from. And one more thing, you want to avoid the ends of the creases in your eye, the folds. You want to avoid that when you make that line, because you don't want it to be up in here and then it's folding and creasing and transferring. Okay, so I'm going to take the shade B3 from the NORVINA Volume 1 palette, and I'm going to wipe her all over my lid using my finger. And I'm using my finger because this is a pressed pigment, and in my opinion, pressed metallic pigments show up way better when I use my fingers to apply them. So I'm going to take my brush now, and I'm going to kind of sort of cut my crease a little bit here. And my brush is not wet, by the way. So now what we're going to do is take the white, which is C1, and we are just going to pack it on. And I'm tapping it over that shimmering pink, and I'm bringing it all the way up here towards the darker pink. Then I'm just going to tap it out to blend it and also create whatever shape you want at this point around your tear duct. Do you want it more round? Do you want it more straight? I kind of just go with the flow. And this is the MAC 275 brush, by the way. It's really good for packing on eyeshadows. Booyah! Okay, so the final part actually comes down to, I can't even remember what I used to do this. I think it was this brush. So this is a COSMETICS 102 brush. I don't even know if this brand still exists, to tell y'all the truth. I got this in cosmetology school. But what I'm going to do is use this brush to create that long shape that I had going on. You don't want it falling and mixing in with the white, because then it'll make a pink and then you'll have all kind of problems. I really don't know what caused me to create this shape other than another happy accident, which I have a lot of. And they only wind up being happy accidents because I just go with it instead of starting over. I know some people will mess up their makeup and they'll say, oh, you know what, this isn't right, I'll start over. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But me, girl, I ain't got time to be starting over, okay? I do not have time. I'll even take a little bit more of the white shade and just come around like that. As far as the pink goes back here, we're just gonna grab a little bit more of it, okay? I want the shimmer to stand out too, but I really want the pink to stand out more than anything else. So pack it on, honey. Alright, so now that all of that is cut and everything, what I'm going to do is clean this up over here. And I'm actually going to use my concealer to do this. Okay? And I don't know what this brush is, but it looks like a really cheap one. So, flip into my magnify side because I am blind, honey. And I will say that I definitely suggest using a brush that has bristles that are not sticking out everywhere like mine is. That way it's easier to clean up and you don't have to be as careful as me. And because we want this to look exactly like it did on Instagram, I am going to sweep that up. There we go. And then come along the side here. If you have oily eyelids, I do suggest setting this concealer. If you don't have to worry about that, then don't worry about that. But that's how I did it, because I want it to match my foundation and everything else. I don't want it to be white. I don't want it to be blank, because my skin ain't clear enough for it to be blank. You know, negative space with nothing. That's also how I do my floating cut crease. That's what I called it anyway. That's how I do that. I just use my concealer instead of using eyeshadow primer. Okay, so I need to put on the glitter. Okay, so I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills glitter adhesive. And I'm going to drop a little bit on my little cutting board here. I don't like to apply the glue directly to my eye. I like to mix it with the glitter and on a brush and then tap it on. See, and that's not light enough for me. I wanted it to be a little bit lighter, but it's okay. At least it matches the darker pink. And when you're applying glitter like this, what it's going to do is pack it on, but it'll also help you blend it out much easier. If you want full coverage glitter, you should apply it using your finger. That is going to give you the fullest coverage with some glitter. But I want to be super careful because I don't want the glitter glue to change my matte eyeshadow and so on and so forth. If you have folds in your eyelids like me, make sure that the glitter glue dries before you start opening your eyes all the way, because you don't want to cause the shadow underneath the glitter glue to crease and go crazy. What I also like to do is take my brush and just tap a little bit of that pink on the edge. That way we get a more, that way it looks like it's transitioning more. Nice and blended, honey. And I am being super gentle. I'm not sweeping. I'm just tapping it on. Okay, so I'm going to do the other eye and hopefully succeed. And I will be right back. So I'm going to take a little bit of this ABH primer, just the smallest amount. And I am going to use, this is a Royal & Langnickel 1/4 inch MSGE 160 brush. And what I'm going to do with this, ma'am, stop it. Come underneath my lashes and connect, come underneath my lashes and connect this line to the one that's up here. And I'm going to dab it in because I'm going to actually do basically half white and half pink. When I was creating this look, I really had no idea what I was going to do with the lower lash line, and so I thought I might as well just add some white down there, you know? And that's what we're doing again today, of course. Dipping right back into C1 from the NORVINA Volume 1 palette. I'm just going to put that right on top of the primer. And it's important to make sure that you mix this or blend this with the pink so that there's a nice little transition. If you don't want to transition it, you can be like me right now, and I'm just going to make a nice harsh little line. Again, you don't have to do it this way or the other way, or even, you don't even have to do this at all, actually, but this is how I did the look. And the way I managed to get the white to blend in with the pink was just really short tapping motions. I didn't overextend myself blending. This is really cute. Look at that. So moving on to the next part. The next part is the glitter. In my inner corner, I had stars. So I'm going to keep up with that, and I'm going to take two glitters. They're from the Gypsy Shrine. One is called Midnight Euphoria, and the other one is called Rainbow Pink. And Midnight Euphoria looks like this. Ugh, so gorgeous. And it reflects hues of pink, so I figured might as well. Then Rainbow Pink looks like this. Ooh, almost a seashell color. And the way that I'm going to stick these to my eye today, because I want to see if it works, is the NYX Glitter Primer. So, what I'm going to do is take a Q-tip, because glitter primers and glitter adhesives, especially when they're thick like this, they have a tendency to ruin brushes if you don't know how to clean them properly. That's what it looks like. It's almost a cream, basically. So I'm going to take a little bit at a time, and I'm going to just tap it on. Avoid rubbing, because if you rub it in, then there's a chance that it'll pick up your eyeshadow and you'll wind up looking patchy, right? I can't decide what I want to lay down first. I think I want to start with the hexagon glitter from the Midnight one. And I'm being super careful so as not to get glitter glue on the actual glitter. During the daylight, that might be fine. It might not even be noticeable, but when you're taking photos after you've done your makeup, especially if you use flash like me, having glue on the top of the glitter that's facing outward can look really dull, basically not shiny, and defeats the point of you even putting on glitter, right? So I'm going to dab a little bit more right there, and then I'm going to pick up a pink hexagon. Oh, this is so pretty. And the cool thing about using Q-tips is once you lay the glitter down, you can kind of wipe off any glue residue that you may have picked up. So now I need, I'm going to take this dotting tool because I do actually want to have some stars. And I'm going to dot a little bit of the primer right there. Then I'm going to grab a star if I can. I was on Twitter and someone said that having the glitter so close to my eye scared them, and I totally understand, you guys. That's why you have to be careful and practice and take your time. Would I wear this outside? I would, but I would also be very cautious of my eyeball because you never really know when the glitter's gonna move, especially when it's this big. So I'm taking another star and I'm putting it up there. I'm putting the star right there. Lots of sparkle, honey. We need more sparkle though, that's the point. Oh yeah, super sparkly, super iridescent, super close to my eye. Let me tell you guys about my lashes because I'm going to put the lashes on off screen. Okay, so I'm going to wear the Monarch lashes from Allure by AV. This is what they look like. You can see I still have got glue on. I'm going to clean them, I swear, okay, before I put them on. I always do. But anyway, I'll be right back.
Video has been brought to you by My Edges, or lack thereof.
So you guys, this is the final look. I did go ahead and add some rhinestones down here, and I'm not doing lower lash mascara today because I don't feel like it. You know, you ever have one of those days where you just don't feel like doing what you would normally have to do? Yeah, it's one of those. But anywho, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to tag me if you try out this look. I am on Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and I'm considering Tumblr. Not sure yet. I don't know. But don't forget to tag me. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you know when I make a new upload. And drop a comment before you watch the next video, you know. Okay. Peace.